Good morning, afternoon, evening, night, SlyGolds! And welcome to the Sly 4 Optimal Loop Tournament 2023 Grand Finals. I am Nave357, your host, tournament organizer, category creator, and today, one of your three Stooges commentators that you'll be hearing. Joining me, we have Augurino and Frizz. How are you guys doing?
Hello, internet. God damn, I'm at least ready. I'm so nervous right now. And I'm at the edge of my seat and stuff. God damn.
Ooh.
I know this.
Aren't we all? We have a couple of very exciting matches today. That's right, 2 matches, as we will be first starting off with Ostrava and Slinq for our 3rd place match, and then followed up with our grand finals match a bit later. To reiterate, this is part of the SlyGolds Sly4 Optimal Loot Tournament 2023, a tournament which focuses on collecting the most optimal loot in each main episode of the game. And if you type !rules in the chat, you can get a link to the full rules document, or if you're watching on YouTube, you can find it in the description below. We started with 16 runners and have worked our way down to 2 finalists, one of which will be crowned the champion at the end of today's stream and earn the grand prize of at least 100 USD. Second place will be earning $50, third earns 15, and fourth earns 10. I know it at least sounds a little bit strange there, but more on the prize money and how that is structured a bit later. First, our runners for our third place match, Slinq and Ostrava. How are you guys feeling today?
Feeling pretty good.
Pretty good. Excited for this match.
Oh man, I am shaking with anticipation. I'm so glad to have you guys here. Congratulations making it this far. I know you're just as excited as the rest of us. So, without further ado, if both runners are ready, we can start on go. Are you guys ready?
Ready to go.
Excellent. All right, I'll give us a countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Good luck, runners.
Thanks, good luck.
And they're off. Excellent. We will be moving them over into the runner room. There you have it.
Okay. Oi. We are here again. This is the loading screen that everyone loves.
We love to start our matches this way. So exciting. It looks like Ostrava is doing a job select, whereas Slinq is just going straight into the hub.
Let's see here.
Luckily, both of them have a segment timer in the top right corner of their screens, so that you know, one of the rules in this tournament is that for every time you spend 7 minutes in a match or in an episode, you can skip that episode if you still haven't found the optimal loot by that point. Optionally, of course, you don't have to, because if you do get a plus 2 minute time penalty to your final time. More on that in the rules document that you can find the link for in chat.
Yeah, something you also can find in the chat is !bingo. You can use bingo here. Will you get bingo? Probably not, but that's the excitement. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. You know, it's the oh, here we have the first Kabuki mask. I almost thought it was the right thing. Don't worry about it.
Augie, and then it was nothing.
Yeah, I got myself excited too. Don't worry about it. We're sharing the pain. But yeah, runners seem to be running both Sly. Probably going to maybe do the mission strats. I can't remember from the previous matches if both of them did. I know what Ostrava did at least.
Ostrava did, Slinq did not. Ostrava, because he chose the sushi house startup job, he's trying to loot this guard in front of the sushi house, and if they detect him, he actually gets a job fail. Only these 2 guards can give you a job fail. If you get detected by anyone else, it's fine. But it's just a little unique thing whenever you go with this job select strat here.
I might add, I'm not a fan of that one. I'm not a fan of the job select, the sushi house startup strat. I think, you know, it's just better to go from the hideout personally.
I tend to agree with you there, Frizz. I mean,
yeah, it's like those 2 guards can cause so much trouble.
They can. They truly can. We have seen some really successful job select strats though, especially in episode 2 with Grand Key Larceny and just looting all the little coyotes in the boxing ring as Murray. That one I could potentially change my mind on, but overall, I like just going into the hub.
Yeah, I like the boxing ring one. You know, as an ancestor guy, I can't really say I have the knowledge of using job select. Didn't also get it that far, but you know, it is what it is, as the kids say these days. You know, can't always win, but Augie, the runners here are really trying.
You were one of our 16 runners at the beginning of this tournament. Tell us, how far did you get into your run exactly?
Oh well, you know, I had a flying start, just forgot my wings, so I ended up in episode 3 when Kelluk destroyed me. So I would say he didn't have the the craziest RNG, but running against me, who had no prior knowledge to the category, except reading the rules sheet, of course, made by Nave, by the way. Shut up.
Yeah, you totally read that, didn't you?
Partly, at least, I knew what I couldn't do.
Okay.
If that is, you know, that's the important part, you know. But yeah, chose to go for the ancestors. Wanna be a little bit of an underdog, you know. I'm usually just a dog, so we you know, it's important, you know, to have a little change. You know, everyone's running with our two normal characters here, Sly and Bentley.
No. I mean, you got a loot. You can be proud of that.
I did get a loot, that is true. I also skipped an episode. And
Wow.
didn't find it in the third one. So I got all of it. Couldn't finish a run though, but you know that.
Yeah, it's irrelevant.
Yeah, doesn't faze me. You know, not salty at all. It's fine. But yeah.
Yeah.
So it seems like both runners here aren't having the greatest RNG.
No, I mean, we've just been talking about you the whole time, and I mean, nothing's really happened so far.
What do you mean? Here we go. Well, you know, Nave mentioning me as one of the 16. You know, both of you guys were in it as well. You know.
Well, you know, Augie provides, you know, he's a man of plenty of content to his name, so...
Great stature, some might say.
He's of great stature, that's right. I could talk about Augie Reno all day. But you are right that, you know, we're 5 minutes in episode 1 here. We've still not seen the optimal loot. That is not... I feel like in most matches in this tournament, episode 1 has been typically rather quick, but not today.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might be, might get some craziness later. Oh, here we have our first one, Ostrava!
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oi, 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 kicking it off 5 minutes and 30 seconds in. Heading to episode 2.
Slink's gonna feel the pressure now, but he only has a minute and a half until he can skip if he chooses to do so. And, you know, it might not be a bad choice because they're still very early in the race. Skipping one loot this early probably wouldn't be too detrimental, but you never know.
Yeah, it always like sucks having to skip the first episode. It's like you really don't want to be putting yourself in that kind of disadvantage.
Yeah,
But,
here we see Slinq though going for the restart checkpoint strat. Seems like both runners are fairly good now at the point where with their strat and the route seems to have to take the same route each lap. I don't know where I'm going with this, but you know, that's how it is with commentating. Sometimes you lose the brain and sometimes you lose the brain cells. You know, it's a little different. But we see Ostrava here going in with the job select for the boxing ring strat here, which has paid off for a lot of runners.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's been a couple of really fast loots. Yeah.
I think Luke was the first person I saw doing the boxing ring strats here. It always worked out really well for him.
Yeah, surprising as well, since Kellogg is, you know, so he's not that familiar with the game. So interesting if I want. Oh, there we have Slinq hitting it back, going into episode 2.
Sticking out just a little bit beyond that 7-minute threshold really pays off, so now he doesn't have to worry about the 2-minute penalty. Very nice.
See, Ostrava is being boxed by Mike Tyson
He's
here.
getting bullied. No.
Oh, damn.
The really bad thing about this is that if you're trying to loot a guard and then another one punches you, you drop the guard in your hands and he dies. So if he had the loot and you didn't get it, too bad. He's dead. The loot is gone. RIP.
It's also very hard to see the loot, so you can't really go around and understand which loot it is before you actually collect it sometimes.
Exactly. That's why you see him grabbing these gold nuggets that you wouldn't normally want, because, I mean, you can't really tell, so you just kind of have to blindly take whatever you get.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, there he got another one. I keep saying, I am blind today, guys. Don't worry about it. A little bit hype, you know, that's all we need. But yeah, Slinq not using the strat. I'm super overstimulated right now. but especially by Slinq going for an alternative route here, not going for the boxing ring.
Yeah, the quote-unquote normal strat, in my opinion, just going straight into the hub. He just killed a guard that kind of looked like it had the silver belt buckle. Was that just me, or was that something else?
I thought I saw it, but I didn't want to give some hype away again. So, you know, it's important to
It
try
looked
to
like it
calm
to
here.
me, but I'm gonna trust, you know, the runner can probably see a lot better than we can. I'm sure he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, we hope so at least. Oh, yes, the Sheriff Deputy badge. Now Ostrava is an official bridge. Sheriff. Or yes, Deputy in this case. But, you know, it's an interesting choice to with the episode 2, cause ignore me. Ostrava.
God.
Oi, oi, oi.
It does pay off in the end. It took a little while to get there, just under 4 minutes, but he made it.
Yeah, I was kind of just about to say that, you know, maybe these Murray strats aren't working out too well for him, but I mean, you know, what do I know? I got no idea.
What does Frizz know?
I know nothing. Clueless.
Listen, it's okay, Frizz. I think you, how far did you make it into the tournament? We know Augie made it to episode 3 of round 1. How far did Frizz make it?
Well, I mean, I got a little further than Augie, thankfully. I mean, I collected a few more loots, you could say. Made it to round 2.
Oh.
Yeah. I was having a really fun time. In round 2 with Power Man, and then you know, things just kind of went wrong on the last episode. Not sure what happened.
Yeah, I actually watched the YouTube VOD of yours and Power Man's match, and it looked so much like you were just running away with the win, and then something, I don't know, something happened. You got cursed or something,
it's Power Man's power. I mean, he's had like 2 comebacks now.
And speaking of power, Ostrava!
Oh my god!
Now he's the one running away. Slinq is really feeling the pressure now.
I keep looking at the wrong screen. Oh my god, this is crazy. Okay, guys, dude. Here we have Ostrava really giving the, I was gonna say the American feeling, but you know, Slinq is also American, so you know that's a little bit, you know, a little bit wrong, but you know, still giving the America vibes, you know.
K-Kona, brother.
Can Slinq catch up here? It is a good chance. You know, you never know how episode 5 goes, since you have to get the loot.
Yeah, in this tournament, you know, no matter how far ahead somebody gets, like it's really not over until it's over, and that is like the most truthful statement that you can say about loot tournaments here on SlyGolds. Because we have seen some crazy comebacks from both of these runners, I believe.
Definitely Ostrava. I mean, he had that Bacon Man match where he skipped like episode 3 and 4,
and still
then he manages to come back. Like I don't know how he did it.
This is like the flashback episode of the season where we just talk about the highlights of everything that happened so far, which is just so great. But
you kind of have to, you know, like, or not have to, but you know, this is like the right moment to do it, because this is but ignore me, put me in a fucking binder and call me I don't know, fuck everything. Holy shit, Ostrava kicking it off again. Can't even take a sip of my drink before that guy is in another episode. Oh my lord.
Episode 1 and 2, not the best, but 3 and 4, I blinked and I missed them. Jesus, that was insane.
Slinq wanted to go for that train strat.
Oh, he's an entertainer. Ostrava's going for the Salim strats here at the end of the run, episode 5.
Yes,
that's spicy.
Oh, God.
Just keeping it alive, trying to show chat. You know, sometimes you can choose ancestors, but I think you'll see pretty quickly why you shouldn't.
Here we have Slinq.
God. Slinq on the right side.
He hasn't given up yet. He's going in for it.
Do you believe in miracles? I didn't want to say that line too early, but
you know, in this tournament you can never be sure. It's it is absolutely built up for chaos. You know, Ostrava could find it in the next one. He could find it in 2 hours.
Yes, of note, like we mentioned, you can skip an episode after 7 minutes, except for episode 5. That is the only hard required loot that you must get. So Ostrava basically has to go either until he finds it, or until Slinq catches up and somehow beats him. But we'll see what happens.
Do you think, if you're Ostrava now, you're regretting the Salim pick? Or are you still feeling comfortable? I'm not sure.
If it were me, as soon as I am sneaking up behind a guard and I realize that I can no longer pickpocket while moving the way that Sly can, yes, I'm instantly regretting my choice.
It's definitely a handicap. You know, it's good for the show and all, but you know, I think if Slinq gets a fast one here, we might see a little switcheroo. It could be dangerous going the full Salim route. You're gonna be slower. It's harder to move around properly because you don't have the gadget Sly has, which is honestly a little bit OP for this tournament.
Very.
It's yeah. There also there's no easy way to handle enemies if they are attacking you. Can't use Colt's amp. Can't use smoke bombs.
Augie knows very well that playing as an ancestor can be really rough because the lack of evasion tech, like the smoke bomb you mentioned, it can get rough out there.
And
Absolutely.
even the stealth takedown that Salim does here, that is so slow. Oh my goodness.
It's
He's
slow,
calling
but
it
it's
swag,
swag, so I'll permit, I think it's permissible.
Yeah, I mean, that is true.
He's calling up all 700,000 ancestors to kill one guard. Get the genie in the lamp and start rubbing. It's gonna kill it eventually. Ostrava seems to be very unlucky when it comes to the smaller guards. They seem to be facing him anytime he goes up on a roof.
Unlucky. Ostrava did have a really fast episode 3 and 4. If Slinq could just mimic that, then, things could get spicy again. So far, about 2.5 minutes into episode 3 for Slinq. Not too great yet, but we'll see.
He's had a tough time with it these past 2 races. I mean, the Power Man one, it really just didn't go his way.
No,
it was rough.
But we did just see, I think for the first time in this match, the restart checkpoint strats. We haven't really touched on how guards work in this game. It's a lot different than Sly 2 or 3, where you can do GSM, guard spawn manipulation, to control where the guards spawn, where they despawn, and just run around and collect the loots. But in this game, they're kind of just omnipresent on the map at all times. They're just always there. So restarting checkpoint is a good way to just refresh the world, refresh those guard spawns, and hopefully find that loot.
Yeah, when I was running, I think I went for a lot of takedowns as well as Ostrava is doing here. I did realize though, after when I came in the second episode, I believe, or maybe the third even, that restart checkpoint is almost the best way to handle it because you take so long to take down guards. It's depending a little bit. EP5 might be a bad example of this due to the safe house location. It's pretty far away from all the guards. Of course, not very far, but in the grand scheme of things, it can you can lose a bit of time on that restarting checkpoint.
Yeah, if you're trying to be really optimal, I mean, there's 2 schools of thought. There's the killers and the restarters. I know Power Man was definitely one of the restarters. He wouldn't ever kill the guards, hardly ever, but it did a lot of restarting, and it sounds like Augie, you would prefer that method as well.
Yeah, it's I think depending what character you use, if you use either Bentley or Sly, you're big chillin'. There's no reason to really restart checkpoint that much unless you're going out of your route, kind of, and you get to a part of the map that is a little remote. You might want to just restart checkpoint to center
really good
yourself.
point, yeah. And we haven't even talked about Bentley that much that you just mentioned, but we have seen some Bentley runners. I think Frizz is a big Bentley fan, and I'm a
huge Bentley fan.
I was really surprised at just how good Bentley actually is in this game for the loot category.
Yeah, I'm so sad we didn't get to see Bentley go further. And I mean, to be fair, I don't even think we'll see him at all today. I think he's just retired. He's gone.
Yeah. Despite how good he is, I think you're right. I don't think any of our runners in the third place match here or the grand final match later will have it. But we do have the tribal penguin mask from Slinq17. Good job, Slinq.
Not fake hype. Actually got it this time.
Actually got it.
Let's go.
Slink pushing after.
As you see, Ostrava is just having a very unlucky episode 5, giving Slinq, he's still in the race right now.
Playing ring around the rosy with the guard here. Seems to be waiting for the takedown. That is Sly4 in a nutshell right there. It's a weird mechanic that way when the guards are still detecting that you can't like in the end of the detection it takes a little bit before you can actually take them down.
Show of hands, who has walked up behind a guard, tried pressing triangle to initiate the takedown, but only the square input was detected, so you ended up smacking them in the back and getting into a fight that you didn't mean to do? Yeah, that's me. I'm raising my hand.
I don't think you need to raise your hand. I think we can just look at the world population and we'll figure out the number.
Yeah.
It's a very common thing. I believe all casual players and also speedrunners have been through the same. Unless you're scared of guards or a pacifist.
Yeah, if you're a restart checkpointer, I guess you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah. See here though. You see the speed Slinq has here when he's going for the paraglider leap.
And the speed of getting a loot!
No.
Oh my god. Okay,
I can't believe it's actually happened. We have actually caught up. It is now an episode 5 race.
Okay.
Ostrava was like, what, 2-3 episodes ahead? This is crazy.
Yeah.
It's been 8 minutes in this episode already. This is absolute insanity.
In true Giga Chad form, he just doesn't care what Slink's doing. He's gonna stick with the Slim strats. He is not letting this man go.
Frizz, you asked a question earlier that I think is worthy of asking again. Do you think Ostrava is regretting the Salim pick at this point?
I don't know. I mean, it could pay off still.
You never know.
You have to remind everyone that the probability doesn't have memory, so the chance would technically be the same, or you will get more chances the faster you loot guards. Mm-hmm. But there is always the thing where if Ostrava could pick it up on the first try, Slinq could also now just go ahead and get it immediately, no matter what character they pick.
And alluding to what chat has said about the tiebreaker, in the rules it does state that if the runners finish within 10 seconds of each other, then we will be going into tiebreakers. The first one being whoever collected the most optimal loots, and in this case they have an equal amount. So the next tiebreaker would be who collected the most amount of coins throughout the run. Hopefully, we don't necessarily have to come to a tiebreaker because those can get kind of complicated. But just so you're aware.
Well, we're getting close. Like Bentley would say, "Oh God, I'm real close." You know, this is absolutely crazy. This could go either way at the moment. Like the timers at the top right of the runner screens, just look away from them. At this point, it does not matter. None has skipped. No penalties has been given out. No cheaters. This is pure peak athleticism from the runners. Yes.
Damn, he's spitting. Oh my goodness.
Just Sly V ancestor at the moment.
Okay, so we see both having loots here. Both killing the guards, going to the shadow realm together. Okay. At this point, it's hard to commentate. I'm just peeping at them, eyes peeled.
Keeping my eyes peeled, yeah.
Get the matchbox. Might have to DM my mom to get some matches to keep my eyes open here. Oh lord. Okay. You see here now. I believe both of the runners are decked out on their character of choice. Of course, when Strava picked Sly. Well, I guess you could say he's decked out now as well with Salim, but you know, with treasures as well, or collectibles from the
Hold that
bottles.
thought,
Oh
Agurino.
my
I
God.
see a ruby ring in Slink's
Oh.
name. We got
Oh,
10
no.
seconds. I believe that would be 23:56 for Ostrava to catch up. If this guy
Don't
doesn't
think he
have a
has
loot,
time.
nope. I don't
What's
think
in
it's
this
fast
guy's
enough.
pocket?
That'll be it. But was it the ring anyway? It wasn't.
Oh, no.
GG's to Slink. Our third place match winner. Congratulations to him. We'll be getting those runners here in the commentary booth for interviews shortly.
Sadly, we would have given Slink a bronze comb as a bronze medal. Our head of procurement didn't get it in time, sadly. So,
Do you want to add him in chat?
We could, but you know, the legal team is on his eyes peeled at the moment, given the grand
okay.
final. It's a little dangerous.
Understandable.
Oh, okay.
Just checking with our runners to make sure they're ready to come on over for a post-run interview. I can't believe it. I can't, like, Ostrava was like 3 episodes ahead. What happened? He just couldn't find the loot. Insanity.
Never gonna pick up an ancestor again for Ostrava. Not even if he ever does full game or 100%. He's just not gonna
Right.
touch him.
He's just gonna find, you know, game-breaking glitches to skip any job that requires an ancestor. Alright, they are ready. We'll be dragging them into the commentary booth for an interview right now. Okay, congratulations to Slinq17. What an insane matchup. We thought for sure that Ostrava was just running away with this dub, but episode 5... Ostrava, how do you feel about that episode 5? It was just so cruel to you.
Episode 5 was a bit cruel. Honestly, I would have not chose Salim if I didn't see myself three episodes ahead. So I wanted to have an interesting match with Slink, and it bit me in the end.
Well, it bit you in terms of winning, but I think it was a dub for everybody that you chose Salim because it did, in fact, keep things interesting. Slink, as our third place winner, how are you feeling right now?
You know, after episode 1 and 2, I was feeling pretty bad because the luck was about the same as it was in the last race that I had against Power Man, where I didn't leave episode 3. But you know, the luck was on our side in the later episodes. So
Yeah, I still could not get over how you caught up like that. Augie, Frizz, you guys got anything to say there?
Yeah, we can ask both runners actually. How was the vibe in the runners room? Were you guys popping off? Were you silent, focused, deadly killers, cold-blooded, or was it a party in there?
I think it was more Ostrava apologizing through the first like 4 episodes.
Oh no.
Hey man, I felt bad.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
Understandable in the way,
don't-
you know.
Like losing by a little bit, that's fine, but blowing out your opponent is just it doesn't feel good on the other side.
For sure.
Yeah, totally understandable there. That's why, you know, really appreciate the Salim pick. You did, in fact, keep it close, kept it interesting. That's great. Frizz, what you got for us?
I mean, I haven't got really any question about the run, but I do want to ask, what do the runners think about the grand final? Who's going to win? And I guess if you're feeling really spicy, you could tell me how they win. Like, in what kind of fashion?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think that it's going to start with Power Man is going to be down, and then he's going to make a nice comeback like he has in pretty much every match previously.
Ooh,
I like it, okay.
I like it. Yeah.
You guys
As
have
us-
any?
As someone who's been on the other side of the Klook luck, I got a gun for him. That is scary. So
We got one Power Man, one Kaluk fan here from our third place match runners. Okay, we got a little rivalry here. Like it.
It's perfect.
What were you saying, Arnie?
Ostrava and Slinq, do you guys have any words of wisdom, any shout outs you want to give? This is the 3rd place match we're talking about. Shout outs are okay, as long as it's not bannable, of course. Any?
Shout out to SlyGolds.com. Shout outs to Nave357 for hosting most of the matches. Appreciate everybody who's been a part of the tournament.
Shout out to Nave for creating this wonderful category that we get to run. Then also shout outs to his lover Rude, who somehow has cursed me for my episode 5.
Think you guys couldn't have done it without so many more people. This is a team effort. Great job, everyone. That will conclude this match, but not this stream. Everybody, don't go anywhere. We will be taking a short intermission while we get set up for the next match, the one that you've all been waiting for. The grand finals match between Keluk and Powerman, Finn versus Finn. It's going to be an exciting time. We'll be right back, but for the YouTube VOD, everybody say thank you and bye-bye.
Thank you and bye-bye. Bye-bye!
Bye.